DK fam. I'm so sorry for the wait, but we back on YouTube.
We back.
Videos on the way. Y'all already know how we do. Y'all already know how we vibing. Stay tuned in with your family and friends. What you here for? If you ain't coming in, liking or subscribing.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Welcome to the channel if you new. From the Mac to the Lou, we made a major move. Sometimes it go down, leaving somebody in tears or with a frown. Sometimes it's all action, fun and game. But however it come, don't forget we here to entertain. Let us know what y'all wanna see. Comment down below or hit us on DK Fam IG. DK Fam IG. Hey.
What's up, DK fam? So we're here today, guys. We are here. Got that. We got KJ. Check in, cuz. Say what's up. So KJ, we finna get ready to go to therapy with KJ. We on our way to Shriners. I hope this visit go better than the last visit. Hope don't nobody ask me nothing, and I ain't asking nobody else nothing, period. I just want my son to get his therapy so we can get that heck up out of there, and that's it, and that's all. And yeah, y'all stay tuned. See y'all when we get there. In it, KJ. They see y'all when we get there. He calling you Uncle KJ. Why he calling you Uncle? He said you got a mustache, bro. He said you been had a mustache since 6 years old. 6 months. Okay, what you ready to go do this store? You ready to go do this store? Yeah, you can take off running. Get up and go. What you thinking about? Running? Like your shoes say. Stay tuned.
You knock out him? What you gonna do?
You gonna be somebody else like that? Yeah. You gonna stand on business? They alright.
Put him up. Let me see you put him up. You got him up? Then what you do?
You always say you fuck the foot.
Hello, Mr. KJ. Did you have a good week? Yeah? Did you stay warm outside today? Yeah? Did you play in the snow? You did? Are you kidding me? Did you throw a snowball? Yeah. Let's go back. Let's play.
Say what?
Hi, how are you doing? Do you have a few minutes in just a little bit to talk with me? Okay, that would be good. Probably not. Yeah. Okay.
So that honestly, that make y'all uncomfortable for me to record his sessions with you all? I just want to know honestly. I'm just asking because I didn't know, and I wish you all would have just said that and we could have handled that without it having to escalate like this. But I can definitely understand that. But like I said, I honestly wish you all would have just told me that. I could have understood that. Honestly, I would have understood that way better than this situation because she really doesn't have a valid reason. And I mean, that was a valid reason coming from you all because you all are the ones working with him, and she's not. You know, I never had her even within one of his videos, so I didn't understand why she's so bothered, but I can understand why you all are, and I apologize.
We don't want you to be
Honestly.
upset.
Oh
I
no, I'm
mean,
not upset. Honestly, I am very bothered by the way that you approached me, and I want to know what was. I'm not even speaking with them anymore. Me and you can talk.
and that's exactly
Thank you all.
that's exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah, sure. So I want
Okay.
to know.
Come on in.
What is the main issue?
We have
Okay, they just told me they were uncomfortable, but they never addressed that
Have
to
a
me.
seat,
They never
have a
told me
seat, have a
that.
seat.
So I want to know
no.
how did it get to your attention and why all of a sudden today?
Well, what I want to explain to you, and I want you to understand, is that because we have patients coming in and out,
Mhm.
we don't have parents video.
Okay, but why did you disrupt us then when there were no kids?
Well,
in
we
there?
also don't allow two parents back, and so at times when there's not as
Okay,
many
so
patients
why
in
all
here,
of a sudden today? We've been coming here for weeks and months, so you keep saying that y'all normally don't, but me and Dad been here every visit.
yes, and we want
So
sometimes you
is
both
this
to
some
be
type
there.
of discrimination?
No, ma'am, it is certainly not.
And how can you assure me of that?
Come, let me show you.
Okay, that's no cell phone, but I have a digital camera. So I have a digital camera, and I bought it to his sessions before. I
So
bought
you
it to
have
his
a cell
clinic
phone.
visits. Okay, but I have a digital camera as well. Is that permissible?
Cell phones are not allowed in a patient care area when there
camera,
are a
digital
lot.
camera, not cell phone.
It
It's
depends.
an actual camera.
It depends.
If I want to
because-
film my son for my family's
Ma'am,
ability to be able to see his progress in therapy.
I'm not sure you've allowed me to answer any question that you've asked, and I'm happy
well,
to
go ahead,
answer
go ahead.
any.
I'm listening.
But you have to let me answer.
Go ahead.
Okay. When patients come into our therapy department for therapy, it is a group of patients. There are patients and staff that come in and out, and it's a violation of HIPAA to record things.
Okay.
There are times when it is just focused on your child, and it's a specific exercise that therapists will often offer if you are interested to share it with family members, but typically we do not videotape an entire session, ever. In the 32 years
You
that
all
I've worked
don't,
here.
right? You all don't. That's not your job, right? Y'all are here to work with patients, not
And we
video
want
record, right?
your hands to be on the patient, your
How?
child.
How? When the therapist is two therapists already working with my son, how could my hands be on him?
But their job is to teach you what to do
And
at home.
I learned through his videos. I go back and copy their exercises with him at home. So I don't see why you're trying to hinder us from being able to learn and keep it recorded for memory. I don't understand it.
I don't think that the recording is necessary of an entire session, and
Why
we
not?
don't
when
do
they
that
do
in.
different exercises and things. And I would
Ma'am?
like to be able to show his ability in different positions and
I
stuff.
think sometimes it's not just the videotaping that is causing discomfort, it is the argumentation that's going along with this.
With
We
arguments.
are happy.
I am trying to figure out why are you practically okay with just
No.
throwing us out of his visit today and okay
Ma'am,
with us
when you're
withdrawing?
videoing over here, you're videoing a whole area where
No,
people
ma'am, I'm
enter
not.
our
If you look at my
department.
video, it's zoomed in to my son and only him. I may see therapist's hands in the video, but you can view all of my videos, and that's a proven fact.
Okay, if you want to video a particular portion of something in a
I'm
private
trying-
treatment room, that would be fine.
Okay, so could we do his private?
In our
could we
whole
do therapy
gym.
treatments private? Could we do his therapy treatments private since it's not? It seems like when we're here, I mean, the time is dedicated to him, right?
It's dedicated to him, but right now it's a slow time where we don't have anyone else in this department. The other patient canceled.
Okay, but
We're
why
not gonna-
can't these
ma'am.
two therapists work with my son in a private setting? If that's what I would prefer.
And I think that we usually have one parent come back.
Okay, that's fine.
And if
but-
you want to video a certain portion of an exercise they're doing, but there's no
Okay.
need to videotape the entire
Okay,
session.
understood. But how are you even sure that I'm in videotaping the entire session? Just because I have my phone out the whole time? Like, what are you really getting at? What is your proofs here?
Having
Like,
your
I
phone
mean,
out in this
But you said that
situation.
this was your first time. You only glanced at my phone for 10, maybe I've been here maybe 10 minutes in this session, and you have basically told me I can't have my phone out. You told me to put my phone up in an aggressive, harshful,
No.
very mean way.
Ma'am,
I mean,
after we talked about you asking you to put the phone away, you refused to put the
I
phone away and you
did,
kept
but
recording.
yeah, because you specifically said while I was recording, you said it is okay for you to record a certain part of the session. Okay, yes, ma'am. I
With
heard
the
that.
permission
This is-
of the therapist.
Okay, but they never told me they had an issue. And the first time Emily did say that I could record one time. She did not give me permission every time, but she neither time did she say I don't feel comfortable.
We
No,
don't
you
have
put
an
that
Emily,
away.
I'm sorry.
I mean, her name. I don't know her name. The smaller one. I'm sorry.
Okay,
The younger one. I don't
sure.
know.
Sure.
You don't have to be rude. Yeah, you are very rude to be a professional. It's crazy. It's very crazy. And it seems like, I don't know if it's the color of my skin or what you're getting at,
Ma'am?
but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only
Let's just
parent
go.
that ever recorded their kid. It's just crazy.
So this is Barb Hanser. She's our director of
is
patient care
crazy.
services, and I did ask her to come down more to talk with me than necessarily to speak with both of you. But if you'd like to speak with her, also you can.
In regards to what exactly? I mean, I don't mind speaking with her, but what I
Sure.
was speaking in regards
Well, I wanted to talk with her about our discussion that we just had. And,
about the
and
camera stuff.
Yes, yes.
Recording, I've moved from Georgia. I have family that wants to keep up with my son's progress in therapy, and that was the way I was helping them keep up with. I don't get what she's
So
saying. I
I just-
understand about other
yeah.
kids and the privacy, but there were no kids in here at the time she just approached me, and there has been no kids in my videos in the past, and I don't violate people in that way. I wouldn't want nobody
And I'm not
recording my
suggesting
child
you do.
without my permission. I would never do anything like that.
So
And it's the same for our staff,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, understood.
You
Yeah,
just
see,
have
my
to get
thing was, like I
permission.
just told the other two that were working with my son, they never mentioned that was a problem. The first time, the smaller young, I don't want to call her name
That's
wrong,
okay.
but
That's
she
okay.
did tell me that it was okay that I recorded, her while she was working with him. And the other lady, Jody, she never said anything about it, so I thought that it was still okay. And the fact that they both seen the camera, they knew it was running, and they had no issue with it. But today, 10 minutes into their session, I'm just recording his stretching, and she comes out of nowhere. Like it's been an issue that I haven't heard about. You see what I'm saying? And my thing, like I just told the therapist, I would have appreciated if they had to come to me and just told me, hey, ma'am, can you put your phone away? We would like you not to record every session. I can understand that.
Sure.
That is very understandable because they're the ones working with him. And if they don't want to be seen like that, I'm going to respect that. You feel me? If they don't want every session recorded, that's understandable because y'all are working with him. I'm going to respect that. But it was the way that she approached me. She didn't have any valid reason because everything that she stated was a reason for me not to record was not even going on at the time.
Well,
Honestly.
the signs that say no cell
Yeah,
phone,
correct. But I
wanted to
have a
make you
digital
aware.
camera that I wanted to know would it be permissible for me to bring if we worked in a private setting area for my son only within a little hour that he's here and the time that's dedicated to his session. Could we be in a private setting so that wouldn't even be an issue? And if
And that was my suggestion to you.
Yeah.
But my suggestion to you also
because I'm at the point where I'm just ready to withdraw him, and I'm just like,
And I
really,
kinda
and that's
thought
out of
that's
anger,
how
but
we
I don't want to
understood.
hurt my son because I'm upset with the way someone just approached me. I don't want to let him suffer the lack of therapy because of how rude and unprofessional I felt like she addressed me. But on going forward, I would like to know what is best for my son because that's the whole reason I'm here. It's not about me. It's not technically about me wanting to record a video because if I have to stay in a session where I can't record a video for my son to receive the services he needs, my family can understand that and I can too. You see what I'm saying? It was just the way she addressed me and I didn't, her
Well, I
whole
think-
demeanor just kind of talking about her. Please, please.
Sure.
That's all. I don't want to get upset. That's all I have to say. Whew. Okay, are we?
I think you had
Okay.
decided that you didn't want to stay, and so I
Yeah,
think
most
that's
definitely
where
because
things
you
were.
said that I could not record after you told me I could record.
Ma'am?
You contradicted yourself and then it started to make me feel like, well, maybe she's just discriminating against
No.
you. You know what I'm saying? Because your reasons aren't valid and the things that you are stating is not even going on at this present time.
And I'm not
And-
sure that you've listened to anything that I've said to you.
You
I'm so
haven't gave
sorry.
me a better option. You were more so leaning on, okay, she wants to leave, let her go. That was your whole attitude.
No.
Yes, it
I
was.
don't-
That was definitely your whole attitude. And I mean, if that's how you feel, I can understand that.
No, I'm just going by
And I
your
mean-
request
I
in
mean-
front of your therapist that you wanted to end your session
Yes, because
today.
I said if I cannot record my son
cannot record the
receiving his
entire
services,
session.
okay, you wouldn't even let me stand there and record 5 minutes.
Listen,
You got
when
upset and
when
said, "Put your phone away."
No,
Like,
ma'am.
well,
When
golly,
I
you just said I
asked you
could
to
record.
come
Now
into
you're
my office and
now you're
talk about
yeah.
it
I didn't want to talk
outside
after
of
you
this
told me the rules
setting.
and the regulations. I understood that. What's understood don't have to
Then
be
why
explained.
did you leave your phone on after we
Because
talked about
you
that?
said you can record certain parts if you want to.
I said
Okay.
That is
Going-
not
going
how
by
this-
the- going by
that's
the
not
un-
how it's intended.
Even Dad heard that. It's recorded. I have it on video, so she can sit here and deny
You
it all
said
day
that.
long.
It probably ain't what you meant.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
probably what you meant, but that's exactly your words. That's why I said your whole demeanor. You came off in a very rude and unprofessional
Well,
manner.
I'm very sorry. I am.
It's too late now. I mean, I'm already bothered, and his session is over. He's not even being helped at this time. I don't know if we're gonna have a ride home
And I-
because you're the coordinator
Yes,
of that,
ma'am.
and I don't know. You know, I just don't
This
know
is how your session ended the last time you were in our department as well.
how. What happened?
You left and you weren't happy, and we
I
do
did not. Okay,
address
who
your
understood?
rights.
Who did I let know that I was not happy? Who did I let know? Who did I verbally tell I was not happy? Who did I verbally offend out of my anger? What did I do? What did I do? As a civil person, I got up and I excused myself. How am I wrong for that? That's what you're telling me I'm wrong for? That's all I did. I walked away to go have a conversation to calm myself down, and I came back and continued what I was doing as a mother.
And I appreciate that.
Okay,
I
so
feel like
why
today's-
did
I feel like
did
today's-
last visit have anything to do with this conversation today? So is that why you're lashing at me because of what you had on your mind based on the last visit?
Ma'am,
Because what did that have to do with today? Where did
I
that
have-
come from?
the
Where did that
only-
come from?
The only
Where did
concerns-
my anger from the
and I
last
never get to
visit?
finish my
Yeah, because
expression.
I need you to answer that for me. Where did my anger from the last visit have to do with anything today? Please explain it.
Okay, I need.
Because I'm an
I
angry
need to-
black mom
I
at the
need to
time.
go.
That's what
Let
you're
her
saying.
talk. You gonna answer a question, little Tara?
I have not been able to
answer.
answer a question during this
Answer me.
entire
Go
conversation.
ahead, answer. I'm
Then-
listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. Oh yeah, I'm easily angered. I apologize for that. But when things are coming
And
off,
I'm not easily
you know what I'm saying.
angered,
But I am. So I'm waiting on your answer because it's
and
not making
I need
sense.
you to stop talking for just a
Okay,
second.
answer.
Okay. I asked you
Mhm.
to stop recording and to step away from your treatment session so
Mhm.
that we could talk about the use of your camera in the department. And when I asked you to do that, you ignored me and you continued video recording.
I did not ignore you. I said, okay, I heard what you said about the part that you said I can record part of my son's
You
session.
can record part
That
of
was
your
the
certain
part that I was
sessions.
responding
You
to
can.
when you say I ignored you. No, ma'am, I was not ignoring you. I was just proceeding with recording his session because that was an important part of his session that I wanted to record. And as you just said right before that, you said I can record certain parts of his session that I would like to have recorded.
And the
I didn't feel
finished
like I was
part,
ignoring
the
ignoring
finished part of that statement that came after that was at the therapist's discretion during specific parts of his therapy. But
Mhm.
I'm not sure that you heard that part because you weren't looking at me and you were talking and you were continuing to record.
Okay, but
So,
his therapist wasn't saying anything.
no,
Nor
I
did
think,
nor did the minute that I pulled out my phone did they say, Ms. Whitehead, could we have this session non-recorded, or could you let us know before you start recording? Nobody addressed me.
and I think there's a discomfort with that. And
So what, they were scared? That's what you're saying?
I'm trying to make you aware of our department policies, which are posted on our walls,
Mhm.
and that is that we don't allow cell phones in the area for the protection of our patients and our staff. It's a HIPAA violation to
Okay.
record things. And I offered you that you could potentially go into a private treatment area and video portions, but that the goal of therapy is for them to teach you hands-on so that when you go home, you guys can practice the same skills. And it's very hard to do that when you're holding a phone and videotaping the whole session.
What do you mean?
So I need you not to use your phone and video record an entire session. You can record portions of it if it's something to be instructed at home. But that is not a practice in our department. We have patients coming and going.
Understood.
Okay,
Understood.
so thank
How can we
you.
move forward from this?
Exactly. That's
Well,
that's
I'm
what
not
trying to
sure,
figure out.
you know,
You don't want my son coming here anymore?
oh, that has nothing to do with it, ma'am.
Okay.
We want the
so-
best for him.
Okay, well,
But we have to- we
can
have
I
to
ask
follow
this
the
one
rules of the
question? Can
hospital
I ask
and the
this one
department.
question? Okay, because at the last visit, since you brought it up, I'm gonna bring it up too. So at the last visit, we were almost being advised to discontinue his therapy until after his hip surgery.
Yes,
So-
that's what you were angered about.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
Acting like
angry
they
about.
really
They
didn't
didn't
wanna
want
film
to
it.
work with my son. So now today, here we are. We at this same point. And,
Today's
it's repetition, and it's just like so you brought up the fact that I got angry last visit, but I only got angry because I'm due to the lack of work that a therapist is okay to do with my son. Okay, that bothered me a little bit. Anybody would want for their child to be exercised to their max. You know what I'm saying? And I
you
even do
don't
things at home with him that she's certified and skilled to do, but she didn't, wasn't comfortable or whatever her words were. I had to
Sure.
respect it. But at the end of the day, it's just like, if you're not going to work with my son, and what is the purpose for him coming? But I didn't lash out at her like that. I walked off, calmed myself down, came back and let her continue doing her thing.
Yeah.
And we left as civil people. So my thing was, yes, I was bothered by that, but only because I want more for my son. I want the
Sure.
best for him.
And
So
we
I
do
don't
too.
understand
But-
why. No, because you making me feel like that visit had a lot to do with why you addressed me today. Did that visit have something to do with why the therapist didn't want to tell me how they felt? You had to do it. They talked to you about it, but they couldn't talk to me as mom about it.
No, as the person in charge of the department, it's my job to enforce some of the guidelines and the protocols of our department, which are not to have a camera videotaping. Even when we have a professional PR, the news come in here.
So first, we
Those are the
can't work with him
signals.
because he needs surgery. Then is mom has been recording. I've recorded every clinic and therapy visit since he started here. Okay, but all of a sudden today it's an issue. Okay, so basically,
In general, it's an
this is
issue.
all. It's seeming like if y'all can't get us one way, y'all gonna try another. It was at first, let's just stop his therapy until after surgery, and it was, after that,
all of those
it
decisions
makes
are
no
made
sense.
based on clinical physician
it made no
X-ray
sense.
decisions.
No, it wasn't
and
it wasn't a
goals of
decision.
therapy.
She
It was
said she
something
never
that.
even reviewed it.
Yeah, she hasn't even seen his
that's
X-ray.
right. She said
So
It's not my therapist's job to review his X-ray.
no,
That
but she
is the
said, but
physician's
she
job.
made a decision. You called it a decision. I say she was just. It was more. It wasn't even a decision because she wasn't really certain on it. She was just more so just throwing it out there. But whatever, we can go back and forth all day. It's not going to help
the
anything.
therapists are basing your child's treatment based on the evaluation that they do, his range of motion, his strength, his progress, his goals, and that's how we develop a plan of care.
So why would you stop working with a person if they're not progressing?
Exactly. Why would you? What
If the goal
exactly?
is to make them progress, why would you
Why
want to
would you
stop working with a
discontinue
person
their therapy? That's
that
what my
is
thing.
not progressing?
That's what I didn't understand from from his last visit. Why would you all suggest discontinuing his therapy? That made no sense. Never in his history.
And you know what?
When Kennard didn't even have
We would
neck
have to talk. We
control,
would have to talk.
they didn't even suggest that. No one
Well-
suggested to ever stop his therapy.
So therapy is done in dosing, and Shriners has a standard for dosing. We do consultative therapy, we do intermittent therapy, we do recurring therapy. And so for patients post-surgically, you receive therapy more frequently because you've had a surgery and you're trying to recruit back to a previous level of independence. Pre-surgically, we have all kinds of children that come to us at varying levels. Some of them come once a week, some of them come twice a month, some of them come once a month. And what they do is they come and they practice different skills. They teach the families how to work on them, which I know you're interested in because that's some of what you're videoing. But typically we want hands-on from our parents so that when you go home, you can do the same things at home, understand the hand placement. So when you're working on head and trunk control, that you have a feel for how to do it. And so I think sometimes that's the other reason, not just because of privacy, which is the biggest reason that we don't like videotaping in a treatment setting, but we also want your hands-on, him, so that you're practicing and we can teach you what to do because he's going to evolve over time as he grows. And we want you to be able to perform those same activities. So
Okay.
But I'm
Okay.
saying,
You have a surgery
Yeah.
coming up?
even if-
I mean,
even if he was
supposedly, but
there
it's
for
not
7
even-
years, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You acting like you're telling me
Well,
something
but-
I don't know. Like
we
I've been
did.
recording all his therapists over the past 7 years. No one has
No, I'm
ever
sorry
addressed
about
me the
that.
way you have. Like you were just very rude about it, and your reasons aren't really valid enough. So, what do you think going forward? Should my son continue coming here, or should I be looking elsewhere? Like, what am I to do today? I need to know for his better.
sure.
Yeah,
I think we need to understand what the rules are in our department, and that is that one parent usually comes back unless there's room for two or you're practicing a certain thing. That's posted at the front of the department, and that we don't allow cell phones. If there's a certain thing that is being videotaped intermittently that you want to practice, or you think it's one that's not able to be read on a home exercise program, then there are times where in a clinic room in a more private setting, we do allow videotaping of things like that because sometimes you need it. And there are other family members. There are a lot of times that grandparents are bringing their grandchildren and they need to take something home. But it's more of an intermittent thing in a private setting. And
I think it's more of
so,
a case by case.
yeah.
If you feel like something needs to be recorded, then I would say, hey, Jody, Tracy, whoever, do you mind if I record this session right now? Or,
Right, yes, ma'am. And definitely, like I told them, they had to address me and told me, hey, you know, if they had said anything that made me even feel like it was uncomfortable to them, I would have even asked them, is this making you, that's how I did her the first time when I first met her. I said, is it okay if I record? She's like, yeah, fine. So that's what made me feel like it was okay ongoing.
Sure.
So I'm sorry if I misunderstood that part, you know, just due to
Well,
her.
and I'm sorry if
Give
I've
me the
offended
permission
you
one
in some
time.
reason. I really was hoping that we
Yes,
could
you
step
very-
away.
Very did. You really did, because the whole point was I didn't want to step away because I didn't want to miss what was going on, and it felt like that was your whole goal.
Oh,
was to draw me away to
and
make me miss it,
I
and
think-
it was just like, no, ma'am, that was not.
As a therapist,
that was not right.
That would never be my wish. I've been working with children. That would never be my wish, and they're always willing to demonstrate something if you were to miss it. But I feel like the escalation of the conversation went from 0 to 100, and I felt like we needed to step away.
No, it just bothered me. I think you know when you offend someone. We're grown. We know when we say things to offend somebody. You are grown enough to know that, and it made no sense. If that the case, you would have said, "Hey, Miss Whitehead, can I talk to you?" You wouldn't even not have came in here and said what you said the way you said it in front of everybody. Because you would
I
have
said, ma'am, would you mind putting your camera down?
No, ma'am, that's not what you said. You came in here about the policies and the blase, which I understand all of that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But you definitely came off in a harsh and irrational way, which you should
Can
have
we
just.
move past?
Yeah, we can. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
And get angry.
I'm not getting mad. I'm done with it. I just want to know what's going forward. That's what I need to know. Do we need to be trying to continue bringing him here, or should mom look for somewhere else to take him? Okay, well, go. Yeah, all right, because it got to me.
It's always your decision as a customer of a service that you're receiving here. But I need, if you decide to come back, then if you feel like there are certain things and you've talked with your therapist about videotaping it, we need to do it in a more private
So
setting.
if they just told me they don't feel comfortable being on videotape, could he possibly see someone that does feel comfortable or that don't mind? I mean, I don't want to offend nobody. You know, I don't want to step on nobody's toes. And if they have an issue with it, it's going to be an issue, even if I ask. You feel me? Because that's just how they feel personally. It's not about their job. It's a personal feeling that they have.
And I'm sure
And
that
I can understand that with anybody.
I'm sure that you can understand in this day with cell phones and where videos go, you have no control over them. And so I think, in a hospital setting, it needs to be a limited amount of videotaping, and that's why we have policies and signs.
That's fine. But I mean, my son, he's not really, any care here. It's just a therapy visit. I mean, he could have done outpatient anywhere. I mean, so I understand that this is a hospital setting, but he's just in therapy. He's not on a main floor where he's around, other, kids at the time, and I'm just filming him in a whole room of kids and people.
We're very cautious about it, even with professional photographers and videographers.
No, I don't do that. I mean, my son was on his bed by himself. My camera was facing him, only him, had the therapist's hands in it. I mean, you just overdid that. I mean, you act like there's 2-3 kids in here running around, and I'm just,
No, but we have patients and therapists coming in all the time. So my apologies if you were offended, but I feel like it's your choice. I feel like we would have to do it with.
I'm cool with him coming
rules.
here, but I want to know, will I still be able to at least film my car while my son with a therapist that's okay with being, I'm not even filming them. They're not even, I mean, come on now, Natalia. It's all about my son. He's the only one being worked with. He's the only one that's doing something within the video. I mean, honestly. So I don't have any reason to record anybody else. It's all about him in my life. I don't have no reason to record anybody else. So my thing is, I want to know if I'm able to do that here. If I'm not able to do that here, then as a mother, yeah, it does bother me, and I will, try to find him somewhere else that, I feel like won't be as strict. That's just me speaking honestly. I will, start to look elsewhere if there's no therapist here that will be okay with me being able to record certain parts of his session. So that's something that maybe, I can do my part on my end if you tell me that, hey, no therapist here, really wants to be recorded.
And I think I would have to really talk with them and talk with administration to
and
figure this out.
I mean, please do, and I don't want to delay him from receiving any services in the meantime while we get this all together.
Right.
I want him to still be able to receive the necessary services that he needs while we adults figure this out.
A lot of times for kids is daily that you record your sessions there of practicing what you've learned here.
I do.
And that
I
might
have
be more
plenty home
comfortable for
sessions that I
everybody
record
all the
working
way
with him.
around. I think that would probably be our comfort level is, taking some of the things that you learn. If you want to record his whole session, maybe do that part at home. And if there's certain things that are more difficult or that are new, that you take the time out and have that conversation with them to just take that portion of the therapy session in a more private setting would probably be the most acceptable thing that keeps
I
us
think that sounds
HIPAA
reasonable.
protected. Yeah.
Most definitely. Well, I mean, if you are able to, I guess I mean, I don't really know how to go off of that answer because still don't know, really what to expect, by next week, just based off of the answer that you gave me today. I don't know what to expect for next week,
Got no
so,
therapy that week.
or we got, what I mean.
I think that you would probably just start out observing their session, participating in the session. If there's something new, talk to them
I
about
participated
video.
in all his previous sessions here.
Yeah.
You can even ask them. I've been hands-on
Yeah.
even with a camera.
Well, that's
I
fine.
nothing. But and most definitely, anyways, there's always two people working with him. I'm not gonna crowd over those two people that are all constantly hands on him. They physical and occupational work with him at the same time.
Mhm.
There is no support needed from me. The physical therapist is holding him up, and the occupational therapist is doing what she do. There's no need for my hands. They don't need me. I'm sad to say this is the first therapist that have ever worked with him like this and didn't need my support because I've always been having to either help the
And I think
therapist, and
sometimes-
that's something I'm used to. But with the way that they do it, I don't. It's no like golly, I don't even fit. Like I ain't got no place to.
I think sometimes they like to co-treat because it helps to get the perspectives of the upper extremity and the trunk and the lower extremity at the same time. So
Yeah, understood.
Yeah.
That was. I even
It's a little
agreed
more
that was more
collaborative
ideal. I
sometimes.
told them
Yeah.
that's how I preferred it.
Yeah.
So that's why they were making the schedule like that. So that's why I didn't feel like nobody was looking for me to be hands on, like you were stating, because they're already hands on with each other. They're using each other to help out with other body parts. So there's no need for me to help them out. So I could see if there was a need, if the therapist was struggling with shifting his weight or anything like that. And I'm just sitting here recording, like, no,
Sure.
that was never an issue. They were working
Yeah.
together each session. So
From
there
a-
was no need for me
just
or
from-
dad to help.
a privacy standpoint, though, I need you not to be using your camera.
Okay, I would only like
Yeah.
to use my, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well,
I mean, really,
As-
that's
as
the-
mom-
It's the privacy that I'm trying to protect of everybody
yeah,
else.
understood. But
Yeah.
I just asked for us to be in a private setting. So if you can't accommodate that for me to still be able to record his session, then technically mom is not even.
I just want to be
It's
clear.
forget what mom is asking for. It's just forget her request. We're not gonna acknowledge her request. Is no. That's basically what I'm hearing from you.
But
Like,
no,
are you gonna at least see if there's another therapist that's willing to allow
I
me to
can certainly
record?
do
Like, are
that.
you gonna like?
But I do not feel it is necessary.
You don't feel it's necessary because it's not your son and it's not your kid. It's not your
No,
memory.
but these folk policy, they keep arguing with these people. You can't argue with folk,
It's not
folk
even a
policy.
policy.
Yes,
She
it
just
is.
said
She
that.
got stuff on the wall. They
Okay, that's a no cell
got-
phone policy.
That's HIPAA. They got a HIPAA policy.
Okay, if you're in a private setting,
Everybody
in a
has
private setting.
policy in a
if you're in a private setting, who privacy being
They
violated?
keep going on and on.
Who
with
privacy
arguing.
being violated?
I the staff members
Yeah.
if they don't give permission.
Yeah,
to be
okay, cool.
videotaped.
But I won't. What if they're not included in his video?
I think they need to be asked, though. They're
Yeah,
performing.
that's what
they're
I'm telling
performing-
you to do. If
No.
you're able to find a therapist here, I don't know the therapist. I don't know who to ask. You do.
She says she
You
will.
do.
You just
And
gotta
I-
keep
and I-
going.
And I supervise those therapists, and for their protection and yours and anybody else, intermittent videotaping of a new task is allowed in this department, and it always has been. We do not videotape the entire process, and we typically prefer to be asked if we're going to be videotaped because, it's those videos can end up anywhere. I mean, I don't,
Well, understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. I understand
Yeah.
the trust thing at this point. Okay, understood. But like, okay, can
So
you just
I'm
get an
telling
answer
you.
for me? Yes or no? That's the only answer I need from you. If you want to call me back with the answer after you.
yes, I can confirm to you that you could intermittently video parts of your son's session that are new, that you want to practice or are more complicated. But for the standard range of motion exercises and things that they do, those are things that you probably are doing every session. So it's not necessary to video the entire session in a therapy department with staff's, hands-on, and we do often allow different things to be videotaped, but it's per request and it's situation-based and it's a comfort level with everybody. Everybody who's being videotaped needs to be comfortable with that.
Speak
She
for
the
how they
director. She
feel.
ain't boss.
Okay, let me get up out of here. Can we?
Yes,
are we free to go?
please.
Yes, you told me you were leaving and I don't want to stop you.
I
we're
can't
happy
leave. We
to-
got here with the on-the-go ride,
No,
and that's the
that's
only
not a
way I
problem.
can get home.
We are always willing to help you with that. We provide transportation and we do that for many families, so not a problem. Why don't you guys talk about it at home? I will talk with the therapist about their plan and,
I'm just waiting to hear your answer. It ain't really nothing to talk about between us.
Well, as a customer, it's your decision. So I feel
Yeah,
like you
most
have
definitely. Yeah, I'm going based off of
Can you let this?
how
Can you let Miss
what
Dawn
answer
talk,
you give me
please?
back.
Please.
Whatever answer you give me,
Well,
that's what I'm
I
going
feel like
based
I've already
off of.
given it. So if you're willing to follow, those
Yeah, but you haven't
guidelines.
told me that you spoke with a therapist that said, "Hey, we will or we will not be willing to work with that family." That's
And
what I want to
I
hear.
am not going to do that right now. And
Okay, I
I am,
don't expect you
and
to. The
even if they
therapist
said
and-
yes,
until
it would be by invitation with new tasks
Okay.
and a communication that occurs between all of you that you're in agreement with.
okay,
Yeah.
understood.
I don't, it's not good to make a general comment on that because we have, it just depends on the scenario. If it's a new exercise,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Because I know things that are new to me, but hey,
sure.
I don't want to bump heads with you again because it's something new to me that I want to record, and you feel like it's not. Like, golly, it's crazy.
Okay, guys. Well, let's settle up for today. And if
Yeah,
you'd
'cause
like,
this
we
was a
can give
complete
you.
waste of time. My son got no help. He didn't receive any type of therapy because you pushed the issue about a cell phone. So,
Well, I want you
Thanks for
to, I need you to
nothing,
follow
but-
the rules when you're here. I'm sorry.
okay,
that
well,
that's
I'm
the
sorry
case.
that nobody ever told me
There's no
that until today.
Can you get off the ride?
Yeah.
And I wish you could find a better way to address people.
Later.
Record the whole bitch. I wasn't recording the whole session now in the past.
You keep getting help.
Yeah, I wasn't recording the whole session in the past. I don't care how they gonna do that. About what? What's the crime? What's the crime? What's the crime? Hi. Who I'm disrupting? Well, it's a conversation. How? She asked me to talk to me. She asked for that conversation. You talking about? I hate you, bro. You be always trying to side with people to the point that you don't even understand when I'm fucking right. I don't care. I'm not showing out. Fuck is you talking about? I'm gonna speak up for my son. And he talking about, I don't care what nobody say who it is. I don't care. Yeah, period. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. His memory. His memory. His memory. Period. I don't care who don't like it.
Too complicated about that.
Who cares? They got the right. They speak. They say what they want to say. I can say what the fuck I want to say. I'm grown as fuck too.
I know you're good.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about these people, man. People think they can try you any type of way and talk to you any kind of way. That ain't. I'm not that guy. You would not play with me like that. I don't care who you is, where we is. I ain't about to record. I could have respected that. I could have put down. It was the way she tried me. I ain't like.
Hi, are you Chick-fil-A? Yeah.
I ain't like shit she said.
Young Christy. Fantastic.
Record the whole bitch. I wasn't recording the whole session now in the past.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, I wasn't recording the whole session in the past. I don't care how they gonna do that. About what? What's the crime? What's the crime? What's the crime? Hi. Who I'm disrupting? Well, it's a conversation. How? She asked me to talk to me. She asked for that conversation. What you talking about? I hate you, bro. You be always trying to side with people to the point that you don't even understand when I'm fucking right. I don't care. I'm not showing out. Fuck is you talking about? I'm gonna speak up for my son. And he talking about, I don't care what nobody say who it is. I don't care. Yeah, period. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. His memory. His memory. His memory. Period. I don't care who don't like it.
Too complicated about that.
Who cares? They got the right. They speak. They say what they want to say. I can say what the fuck I want to say. I'm grown too.
I know you're good.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about these people, man. People think they can try you any type of way and talk to you any kind of way. That ain't. I'm not that guy. You would not play with me like that. I don't care who you is, where we is.
Oh no!